first time performer for DIY. Second, we had a massive hand for Martin Gray, please.
Cheers everyone. Yeah, first time performer DIY, first time performance poetry performer generally actually. So I'll see if it goes smoother than other first times that I've maybe had in the past.
It'll be great.
Well, we don't talk anymore anyway, so it's fine. Anyway, I'm going to read you the first one. It's not particularly deep. It's about what happens if you grill your shoes, and it's called Grilled Shoes. I hope you enjoy it. Grilled shoes are no good for you. They're a lot less durable too. Grilled shoes, they're a bit of a ruse. Grilled shoes hurt your feet as well. Putting them on is like lacing up hell. Grilled shoes, they often bemuse. I keep my grilled shoes on my windowsill. No, I don't know why I put them under the grill. My grilled shoes, that I choose to suffuse. My grilled shoes have become inferior, but at least I'm killing bacteria. Grilled shoes, they were once chartreuse. Although, my grilled shoes don't half taste great after 30 minutes at gas mark 8. Grilled shoes, for that I enthuse. But I think my grilled shoes have had their day. I should probably just throw them away. Grilled shoes, we all have our views. Cheers. You know, with all the recent news about, Fergie leaving Man United and stuff like that, I started thinking about sort of omnipresent things from what you remember in life. And one thing, bizarrely, I've got an old TV at home, and I've had it since I was about 10, and when you think about it, I've got this weird kind of emotional attachment to it. And, people do that with objects and kind of odd bits of tat and stuff like that. So here's a poem about an old TV I've got at home. It's called My Dumb TV. I've got a dumb TV. It's not a PC, it's not 3D, not even HD ready, but it's very retro clunky and extremely joie de vivre to me. I'm very attached to my dumb TV. It's a funny story actually. I nicked it from a junkie. The new TV was too much money. No, I'll never log my dumb TV, partly because I'd need a lorry to get it to the tip, you see. It's unbelievably big and heavy. So if I ever move my dumb TV, I then need some osteopathy. I'm happy just to let it be. And I know where to jiggle when the screen goes fuzzy. It's got no HDMI, no USB, no 1080p, no LSD. LCD. But it was state of the art in '93. We're stuck with each other for eternity, my dumb TV and me. Cheers. Cheers. I've just got one more actually. It's a long, warbling story, well, according to my alter ego, about love, loss, redemption and humanity. And really, I'm not really quite sure it is about that. I'm not really sure what it's about. But it's a little tale, and it's called The Night Beelzebub Went to the Pub. And so cheers, thanks very much. Beelzebub was off to the pub to get drunk as a lord and give work the snub. His conscience was troubled, he'd started to care, and hell, he couldn't stand the heat down there. So behind the door of the Rose and Crown, he purchased a Stella and sat himself down. It changed forever that night for Beelzebub. On the night Beelzebub went to the pub. Breaking that 50 would set the tone. He was sinking them hard for his stressed out bones. There was so much pressure in hell these days, now that people could be bad in so many ways. A lonely lieutenant, alone with his beer, might never have known the salvation so near, but it was fate that night for Beelzebub. On the night Beelzebub went to the pub. A prince of hell was at quite a loss. Satan was a loon, a terrible boss. All that endless torture he oversaw, and every year a low appraisal score. He'd had enough. He wanted to cry, to just be happy, be a regular fly. It was then it all changed for Beelzebub. On the night Beelzebub went to the pub. Back at the door he heard a man say, "Let me get this one, I think you've had a bad day." "Awful," Bal said. "Well then you'll ever know," as he started a 1,000-year tale of woe. How like the Moulin Rouge he's a faded star, how the soul of Setlist was a bridge too far. It was a problem halved for Beelzebub. On the night Beelzebub went to the pub. Many hours passed on that fateful night, as Beelzebub started to feel all right. The man listened closely to all that he said, as thoughts entered wasted Beelzebub's head. When the ringing bell said closing time, the man said, "If you want, there's more back at mine." It was a turning point for Beelzebub. On the night Beelzebub went to the pub. So Beelzebub and a young man called Matt shared a taxi back to a one-bedroom flat where a fallen angel, intrigued and confused, submitted to being a little bit used. The fly lord perched on the wings of a dove, opposites attracted, fitted like a glove. It was lines in the sand for Beelzebub. On the night Beelzebub went to the pub. Many years passed, and the happiness grew, while little remained of the life he once knew. They bought a nice house, adopted some beauties. Margaret Thatcher assumed former duties. With a permanent buzz from his newfound start, he sowed what he sought, and he followed his heart. It was paradise found for Beelzebub. On the night Beelzebub went to the pub. Cheers. Thanks very much. You're climbing the bar drinking. Fancy a chat. Cheers.
Thanks, Martin. That was great first-time performance and great performance anytime.
Cheers.
Our next performer is a first-time performer at DIY.